Rodney Basil Price, better known by his stage name BountyKiller, is one of the most iconic and influential dancehall artists in contemporary Jamaican music. Known for his aggressive lyrics, gritty realism, and raw stage energy, BountyKiller helped shape the sound and spirit of modern dancehall, mentoring and paving the way for numerous stars who followed in his footsteps. BountyKiller was born on June 12, 1972, in Kingston, Jamaica, and grew up in Riverton City, a community built on Kingston's main garbage dump. Raised as one of 9 children, Rodney's early life was defined by extreme poverty and harsh socio-economic conditions. But this hardship gave him a lyrical edge. His songs are filled with the raw, unapologetic voice of the streets. At just 14 years old, Rodney was accidentally shot in the head during a violent clash between political factions. While recovering in the hospital, he had a life-changing realization. He adopted the name BountyKiller, a title symbolizing his strength, survival, and new mission. Before his music career took off, he briefly worked in the assets management branch of the Bank of Ireland, interacting with self-employed and wealthy clients, a stark contrast to the ghetto life he came from. Inspired by the reggae and dancehall music around him, Bounty began performing under the name Bounty Hunter, entering and winning multiple local talent shows. His first major break came in 1992, when he began recording with the legendary King Jammy. One of his earliest tracks, Copper Shot, was initially rejected by Jammy for glorifying gun culture. However, Jammy's brother, Uncle T, believed in the track and released it independently, a move that helped Bounty gain major attention. In 1993, BountyKiller delivered a powerful performance at the annual Sting Festival in Portmore, clashing on stage with fellow artist Beenie Man. This clash marked the beginning of one of dancehall's most infamous rivalries, which lasted throughout the 1990s. BountyKiller became known as the Warlord, not only for his lyrical intensity, but for his fierce rivalries with Beenie Man, Kartel, Merciless, Sizzler, Supercat, and even Tommy Lee Sparta. These lyrical battles, especially with Beenie Man, brought massive attention to the dancehall scene. While these feuds dominated headlines, many were later resolved. In fact, Bounty and Beenie Man publicly reconciled after realizing how their feud affected the industry. Still, his unapologetic, no-nonsense stance made him a fearless figure in Jamaican music. Bounty, the Mentor. In 1995, BountyKiller left King Jammy to create his own production label, Scare Dem Productions, and later formed the Scare Dem crew with Nitty Coochie, Elephant Man, Boom Dandamite, and Harry Toddler. But his greatest impact came through founding The Alliance, a music collective that mentored and launched the careers of Vybz Kartel, Mavado, Busy Signal, Idonia, and Elephant Man. To this day, he is praised as the dancehall general for helping young, struggling artists find their voice and platform. By the mid-1990s, BountyKiller was a household name. In 1996, he released his most successful album, My Experience, which spent 6 months on the Billboard Reggae chart. The album featured collaborations with the Fugees, Mobb Deep, and Jeru the Damaja, and solidified his international appeal. He went on to record 4 albums in 1994, and in 1997 released a cover of Rose Royce's Love Don't Live Here Anymore, which gained popularity in the US and Caribbean, and was featured in the film She's So Lovely. In 1998, he contributed the song Deadly Zone to the Blade movie soundtrack, expanding his reach to global audiences. Despite his collaborations with US rappers, BountyKiller has criticized the commercial side of American rap, calling it embarrassing to reggae, even while working with Wu-Tang Clan, Swizz Beatz, and AZ. His 2001 collaboration with No Doubt on the Grammy-winning track Hey Baby was another international smash. In 2002 and 2003, he released Ghetto Dictionary, Volume 1, Art of War, and Volume 2, Mystery, the latter earning a Grammy nomination. In 2006, he signed with VP Records and released Nah No Mercy, The Warlord Scrolls. Personal life. Behind the Warlord persona, Rodney Price is a family man. He has several children, including his daughters Regina and Chrissy, and a son named Javar. He's also a grandfather to Serenity. In terms of relationships, Bounty once dated media personality Amelia Milk Sewell, though his romantic life remains mostly private. At home, he doesn't see himself as BountyKiller, just Rodney, a disciplined, grounded man who values peace, order, and family. Today, BountyKiller remains a dominant force in dancehall, actively performing, mentoring, and occasionally clashing when needed. His presence on social media reflects both his music and his softer, family-oriented side. His influence can be seen in every major dancehall act that followed him. Artists like Popcorn, Tommy Lee Sparta, Masika, and others all acknowledge his contributions. As of 2024, BountyKiller's estimated net worth is between $1 and $4 million, largely built through decades of international shows, collaborations, and a rich catalog of music. But more than money, his legacy is measured in lives he's touched, artists he's mentored, and truths he's spoken through music. From the dusty streets of Riverton to the Grammy stage, BountyKiller is more than a dancehall artist. He is a legend. His life story isn't just one of survival and success. BountyKiller's story is one of resilience, impact, and undeniable talent. His legacy in dancehall music is cemented, and his influence continues to shape the industry today. Don't miss out on more stories like this. Subscribe to stay updated on the latest content.